Hi, this is Jay Rainbow again. I'm coming to you making the West Indian American sweetbread that the holidays, favor and that the family look forward to seeing. Now, my ingredients that I'm going to be using are 4.5 cups of flour, 4.5 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 cups granulated sugar, 1 cup mixed fruit, cherry, orange peel, a half cup sultana or raisins, 3 cup of coconut grated, a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon ground, a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg grated, 2 eggs well beaten, 3/4 cup evaporated milk, 2 teaspoon almond essence, and a half pound of butter to room temperature. Now, the first step you want to do to have your sweetbread in the right texture is that you would add the flour, the salt, the nutmeg, cinnamon, and baking powder in that order. So, as you can see, I have my silver bowl that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be adding my flour to it. Okay. I went ahead and I pre-sifted my flour using my special sifter that I, has been using for a number of years. That is helps me out a lot. Then I'm gonna add salt, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Now you can see that I already have the cinnamon because I already said the amount that is supposed to be used in the mixture that I'm doing. So I already went ahead and measure it out. So I'm going to put the cinnamon in. I'm going to put the nutmeg in and my salt into the flour mixture or the dry ingredients. And I'm going to mix it really nice together. Right? I like to use a wooden spoon. Some people like to use a whisk. Some people mix it in their mix master. But I like to go, when I'm doing, natural ingredients, I like people to see what I'm doing. And that is very simple. And use what you have. This is what I would say. Don't go all the way out to try to get fancy stuff. Use what you have. Even though I have a mix master, many times I'm making cakes and different stuff. I use, what I have, because it kind of gives it a special touch, as they say. Okay? So after I mix the flour and the dried ingredients very good, right? Now I can add my mixed fruit, which I have already prepared. And I can add the grated coconut. And I can mix it. So using like 2.5 cups of mixed fruit. What I do is that every year when I soak all my fruits for the holidays, some remain over. So that is what I'm going to be using. Instead of getting some fresh fruit again and doing the whole process over, I have something that is already prepared, soaked in blackberry Manchevers wine, because not everybody likes to drink strong drink or likes alcohol in what they're doing, because kids take a part in what you're preparing for the holidays. So I'm going to be mixing the fruit and the flour together, and then I'm going to be adding the sugar. I'm going to add the grated coconuts. It will be a little bit bumpy and wet, but that is what, you expect to see. So here I have my 3 cups of coconut. I'm going to put it in. All right, I went ahead and I got all these ingredients prepared before. All right, so that is easy to maneuver when I'm making the sweetbread. So I'll mix it in really good. It will be a little wet, as I said. Then I'm going to add my eggs. I'm only using 2 eggs, as you can see. And I went ahead and I broke the eggs, took out the mist from it, and I'm going to add it to the dry ingredients after I mix it thoroughly. At this point, you want to put the butter that you already have at room temperature, and you're using 1 cup, which is half pound. If you're using 2 cups, that is, you'll say 2 pounds of butter. All right? So I put it in a container to make space on my countertop. I'm trying to get all of it in so that I can have a nice texture. Once I mix this ingredients in thoroughly, I'm going to add my sugar and then my eggs. And then I'm going to add the 2 teaspoons of essence that will enhance the taste of your sweetbread. So now I'm going to add the sugar, 2 cups of sugar, but I don't go too sweet because not everybody likes their sugar or their mixture very sweet. So I go like 1 3/4 cup. So you're keeping, it healthy. Even though you're doing something that has sugar in it, you're keeping it healthy with the ingredients. All right? So there you have it. I'm mixing it in really good. The next step I would want to do is to add my beaten eggs. Making sure the ingredients is mixed really nice. So I make a little hole in the center and I add my eggs that is already beaten, really nice, to the mixture. Then, once I mix that in very nicely, the last thing I'm going to add is my 3/4 cup of milk. If you have fresh cow milk or you want to use carnation milk, it is always, again, your choice when you're making something that is natural for the family. Right. Okay. I'm going to add 4.5 teaspoons of baking powder, because you definitely want your sweetbread to raise very nicely. All right, so that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. And you can use your grid on the measuring spoon to go down a little lower. So you have the half of baking powder. Right, so now that I have all my ingredients in, I'm going to mix the baking powder in the mixture very nicely. The next thing, and the second to last thing I'm going to do is to add my 2 teaspoons of essence. You want to make sure you put all your dry ingredients in well before you pour anything wet on your measuring spoon. All right, so there you have that nice mixture, nice texture. All right, so this is the essence I'm using. I'm using vanilla extract, and you can use what you want of your choice. Again, you don't have to, no particular essence that you have to use or that you must use, okay? So I need 2 teaspoons, so I'm going to put back my measuring spoon again, and I'm just going to pour it like this, and I'm going to pour it all over. Make sure you shake the essence very well before you utilize it, all right? So that's 2. And you mix it in really nice. It's a very nice. Right. Tasty. The last thing you want to do is to pour your milk in. And you mix it really nice. I went ahead and I have my baking pan. You can use a 6-inch, 8-inch. You can even go smaller. They have the foil tin that comes pre-made that you can make smaller amounts. You can give to family members, you know, and you can even freeze them so it lasts a while if you intend to make a lot. One of the things that I do after I have my mixture set and really nice, I always like to do a fancy maraschino cherry on top, and I put it in with whatever. If I want to do a heart shape, I love to put TNT on it, country I came from, and I'm going to do a USA one. And then, you know, whatever you want that puts a smile on people's face. Okay? So there you have it. It's a West Indian American batter. And I'm going to pour them in the pan. And I'm going to set what pattern that I want on it. Okay? You just do it 3/4 full. You don't want to fill it all the way up, because when it rises, it can overflow the tin, and you don't really want that. Okay? So there you have it, 3/4. And I have my maraschino cherry. I'm going to go all out and do TNT first, right? And then I would do a USA so that showing we're not biased in what we're doing. Okay? All right. So this is what you do, the maraschino cherry. And I love to put, you know, decorations on it. My aunt comes and she makes it, and she just sticks a cherry anywhere. And it bakes very nicely, but I like to, you know, do some added touch that I laugh after. All right. And recognize that, you know, sometimes when you're doing baking or cooking, you involve the family in it, and it makes, you know, yourself worthwhile, that, you know, you're not just doing something for yourself. All right? Okay. All right? I don't want to make it too jumbled up, but that's my TNT, putting it forward that it's something that, you know, we want to share our recipes, and so that, you know, people can have it. People can remember what it is like when our parents, you know, cooked for us, and share it with our kids, and not to be selfish, right? So that's the TNT sweetbread that I'm making. The next one I'm going to be doing is the USA sweetbread. And this can be baked for 50 to 60 minutes in an oven of 325 or 350. And when you take it out of the oven, make sure you use a tester, right? Because you want to make sure that it's cooked on the inside. Okay? After it comes out of the oven, you can mix 1 tablespoon of sugar together with 1 tablespoon of warm water, and you use that to base your sweetbread so that you have a nice sugary texture, which you're going to see when this is baked. Right? So I'm trying to do the USA so that, you know, you can show people that, you know, it's not one country could take part or be involved in something that is special as baking or cooking, but that it can take a whole lot of people, different cultures, that come together and do something nice. You know? Yeah. I liked baking as a child, and I decided, you know, it's time to share what I know, what I've been taught, and show other people that they can do it too. Cooking culture belongs to everyone, and unity is what brings people together. Food brings people together. All right. Right. I try my best there with the USA, right? So this is the USA cake that you see. It might show you know, different to how I wanted to see. Okay, so now I'm ready to put my sweetbread in the oven for